immigrant from Germany and have been in the United States since 1967, almost 50 years.
Why did you originally move to America?
I moved to America because I met my husband, Reese Ellis, while on a trip to Mexico. He is an American from Oklahoma, and I followed him to this country. I actually had no intention to live in the United States. Life was okay in Germany in the 60s. Germans are hard workers. They were rebuilding their destroyed country enthusiastically after having lost World War II, and jobs were plentiful. However, I was curious about the North American continent, Canada, the United States, and Mexico. Canada made it very easy to get a visa, so that's where my tour started. I found a job there on the day after my arrival, and while there visited the United States and Mexico. And while in Mexico, I met your grandfather, who was an American from Oklahoma. We fell in love and got married.
I understand it is very hard to get a visa for the United States. Was it hard for you?
Well, it wasn't as hard as it is now. I applied for a green card in May or June, I think June of 1967, and I was awarded my green card in October of 1967. Now it can take years to get even your green card. Even you might be married to an American, you might have a good job. However, it takes a long, long time now to become a green card holder.
What did
We are all God's children, therefore we should treat each other equally. Immigration is not a bad thing. God created this land so that we can learn to share and to be fair. He created this land for all of us.
My family immigration story consists of me, my brother, mom, grandparents, and other ancestors. So I myself am French, Canadian, and Finnish. And basically Finnish is what is the language and what people are called in Finland. And none of you will know where Finland is, but whatever. Or any other reason. It was probably the only reason I know of is because of a job offer, and my mom's great great uncle was offered a job in Canada. So yeah, there's my mom's side. And my dad's side is full Irish and Italian, but he was adopted, so he is full Irish from his original family. But his adopted family is Italian, and that's where my last name Biscotti comes from. And my middle name, which is Norris, is kind of like Chuck Norris, is French, Canadian, and Finnish, is what I'm told. My grandparents came from Slovenia, Italy, and so yeah, but mostly Italy. They came by boat from Italy to America by boat, and there was no persecution or hardships whatsoever. The only one thing was that there was just a poor government, but that it didn't affect them. They just didn't agree with what they said and what they believed in. So what I need to know, some things I need to know are like how my mom's side came to America.
My immigration story began with my great-great-grandparents on my mother's side, Andres Arroyo and Rita Arroyo, who traveled to America in a car from Mexico in the 1920s. They fled from Mexico because they wanted a more secure environment for the next generation and better job opportunities. Once in America, they met and got married and started a family. They had 3 children, Rachel Arroyo, Carlos Arroyo, and Elizabeth Arroyo. Elizabeth Arroyo passed away. Carlos Arroyo moved to Texas, and my great-grandmother, Rachel Arroyo, still lives in California and got married to Ray Dominguez. They had several children: Linda Dominguez, Dina Dominguez, Adrian Dominguez, and Arthur Dominguez. My grandparents, Dina Dominguez, married Ruben Nunez and had 2 children, Michelle and Sandra, my mom. Sandra married John Rodriguez and had 3 children, myself and my 2 siblings.